If you still think the secret to social media traction involves spending hours learning the deep intricacies of Premiere Pro or agonizing over CapCut edits, you are fundamentally missing the crucial, game-changing point about how successful creators are actually winning the attention economy right now. The undeniable truth of the modern digital landscape is that attention moves at an absolutely blistering pace, and the ones securing long-term wins are those brilliant enough to transform a single, substantial piece of long-form content into dozens of highly engaging, snackable, and platform-perfect short-form clips without needing an entire army of dedicated freelance editors. I want to confidently present you with an entirely different, far more sustainable path forward, a revolutionary method to take any high-value, single-long video and seamlessly convert it into an always-on, relentless content machine powered by intelligent automation, all without completely burning yourself out, hiring an expensive editorial team, or betting your entire quarterly growth solely on the success of one single lucky post. To be completely transparent, I previously wasted an embarrassing amount of my valuable creative energy testing various software tools that all loudly promised to auto-cut guaranteed virality, only to deliver back a batch of chunky, contextually weird, and utterly unwatchable clips that simply never gained any traction with real audiences. The breakthrough only occurred when I finally located the truly right workflow, realizing that this specific platform isn't some abstract piece of magic, but rather the closest approximation to a genuine productivity superpower I have ever personally witnessed for both ambitious independent creators and growing in-house brand teams. It fundamentally functions by intelligently scanning your entire long video file to automatically pinpoint those absolute golden moments, the segments with the highest conversational energy, and instantly transforms them into perfectly edited, ready-to-post short-form clips that require zero pre-upload fiddling. Crucially, after creating the cuts, it even takes the next massive step by intelligently scheduling those newly minted pieces into a posting queue, so you completely eliminate the tedious chore of having to constantly babysit the individual publishing process across all your different accounts. That foundational concept is the core of the service, but what truly sets it apart is that it never fully removes your essential human element, allowing you to retain complete creative command by letting you easily swap out a weak opening hook, refine a slightly off caption, or even A/B test different stylistic formats tailored for TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts, whichever platform you are actively prioritizing for growth. So, what exactly is this system we are talking about? Just vividly imagine taking a 40-minute, in-depth expert podcast recording, a complex internal training session, or a lengthy product demonstration, and within just a handful of minutes, receiving back a substantial stack of perfectly timed 30 to 60-second clips that already powerfully emphasize the most hilarious, most emotionally resonant, or most undeniably clickable spoken lines. The integrated AI intelligently isolates those high-potential conversational moments, automatically generates accurate subtitles for accessibility, proposes the most engaging static frames to use as thumbnail visuals, and packages the final output so you can either immediately push it live or conduct a few final personal fine-tunings in mere seconds. When you combine that sophisticated clipping ability with the built-in auto-schedule function, where you simply define your ideal posting cadence and the system autonomously manages the precise timing, a single recorded episode suddenly transforms into your primary, unstoppable content engine that runs reliably for several subsequent weeks. This capability is profoundly important because, for a very long time, the only way to truly scale your video content output involved enduring significant operational headaches like booking expensive studio time, physically shipping products out to various locations just to capture B-roll, spending days negotiating crucial shoot dates, or constantly paying high rates for creators to film redundant footage from multiple angles. This innovative platform completely flips that entire slow and costly paradigm upside down. You can now effectively repurpose every single webinar, every recorded interview, every company presentation, and every podcast episode into a full week's worth of diverse social media content without ever having to organize another dedicated production day. To illustrate this practically, imagine you are the owner of a growing niche application, perhaps something like a small startup in the health tech space, and currently you are spending significant capital hiring outside creators to film multiple short clips designed explicitly to drive new application installs, which is inherently slow due to shot organization and missed deadlines. With this automated workflow, you simply upload your existing internal assets, like founder interviews or detailed user walkthroughs, and you instantly receive back hundreds of high-impact short clips that perfectly capture the necessary tone and emotional punch of your original, longer material. In a single night, you could realistically deploy dozens of different faces and powerful testimonial moments actively driving traffic to your landing page, potentially even generating translated versions for different markets, all without the logistical nightmare or expense of booking a single plane ticket for a physical shoot. That strategy directly translates to effectively doubling your overall organic reach, while simultaneously slicing your necessary production costs down to an absolute minimum, which is an undeniable competitive advantage in today's crowded digital space. Furthermore, this automated clipping process delivers a massive multiplier effect for brands and creators who adopt it, because it doesn't serve to replace genuine human creativity, but instead acts as a powerful amplification mechanism for the creativity you have already invested. A single polished in-studio interview, for instance, can instantly become a suite of 12 distinct testing variations. A super punchy 10-second hook for attention, a 30-second technical demo clip, a compelling 45-second testimonial soundbite, and even a 15-second viral snippet perfectly timed for peak FYP consumption. You gain the essential ability to rigorously test which specific version resonates best with your core audience segments without ever having to schedule, film, or pay for any subsequent reshoots of the original content. While some competing solutions might handle a small slice of this process, they frequently demand an exorbitant fee, only deliver a single, rigid clipped output, or lock you into inflexible templates that quickly make all your content look completely identical and forgettable. This particular platform's true competitive edge lies in its seamless unification of three critical elements: genuinely smart clip selection, incredibly flexible post-generation editing capabilities, and fully integrated, intelligent scheduling, ensuring you never feel creatively or logistically boxed in by the process. Alright, to stop this from feeling purely abstract, let me briefly walk you through the actual concrete workflow that I personally utilize every time I need to rapidly scale content production across all my channels. The essential first step is remarkably simple. You just need to upload your long-form source material, which could be anything from a recent podcast episode to a detailed product demo or even a recorded university lecture, whatever valuable video asset you currently possess. Once uploaded, the system immediately ingests the file and starts its sophisticated analysis, actively searching for those high engagement moments marked by emotional spikes, clear laughter, definitive strong statements, or any discernible calls to action that you might have included within the original recording. Following this initial scan, you are presented with a curated list of candidate clips, each one conveniently supplied with an automatically generated working title and a highly suggested caption draft that you can either immediately approve or choose to completely modify. Step 2, which is the part that many creators unfortunately sleep on and neglect, is the crucial preview and final editing stage, where the system provides ready-to-post clips but still grants you the power to tweak them exceptionally fast. You can effortlessly change the precise in and out points by simply dragging the timeline handles, quickly swap out a subtitle if the auto-generated transcript made a minor error, or select the absolute best static thumbnail frame from literally any second of the newly created clip to maximize click-through rates. Should your brand require a more cinematic visual treatment, this powerful interface even allows you to quickly layer in relevant B-roll footage or instantly crop the aspect ratio perfectly for vertical or horizontal viewing with just a single decisive click, all without ever having to rebuild the entire edit from the ground up. The entire philosophy behind this editing step is ensuring you achieve that professional polish and platform-specific formatting you need, while expending the absolute minimum amount of your own valuable time on manual adjustments. Finally, step 3 is where this entire operation truly transforms from a simple editing trick into a significant, measurable growth lever for your entire online presence, scheduling and publishing everything with maximum efficiency. You simply tell the system precisely how often you wish to post, whether that is once every single day, exactly 3 times a week, or any other desired frequency, and the intelligent auto-scheduler proactively slots those clips into a perfectly timed posting queue to maintain momentum. Utilizing the integrated content calendar allows you to visually shuffle the order of upcoming posts, preview exactly how your feed will look on any given day, and even batch edit the captions for an entire week's worth of content in one focused session. A particularly powerful feature allows you to set up an A/B test where 2 subtly different versions of the exact same clip, perhaps featuring different opening hooks or different captions, run simultaneously so you can empirically determine which narrative approach performs demonstrably better with your specific audience. The key distinction here is that other scheduling apps often require you to manually click send for every single piece of content, but with this platform, scheduling is deeply built into the core workflow, ensuring you spend your time creating more, not simply clicking more buttons. Now, allow me to share a few highly practical, real-world tips that I rigorously apply whenever I am in a phase of aggressively scaling my content output using this exact automated system. First, never become overly reliant solely on the single highest-rated clip that the artificial intelligence initially recommends. Sometimes the second or even the third best detected moment is actually the absolute goldmine for a very specific segment of your niche audience. Second, you must absolutely keep your opening hooks incredibly short and immediately compelling, because the first 2 to 3 seconds on fast-moving platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels are the single most critical window you have to capture and retain viewer interest. Third, make deliberate use of the content calendar feature to carefully space out clips that share a very similar punchline or theme, so your dedicated audience doesn't feel like they are being bombarded with the exact same piece of information back-to-back across multiple days. And finally, a high-leverage technique is to take that one perfectly captured clip and test it multiple times across separate posts, each time pairing it with a completely different caption narrative, one designed to generate pure curiosity, another leaning into humor, and a third focusing on delivering straightforward, tangible value. Now, let us pivot slightly to discuss explicitly where many other competing auto-editing tools frequently fall short in the current market, because a clear comparison is the only true way to make an informed decision about your essential tech stack. Some of the popular auto-edit solutions only offer rigid, one-size-fits-all content templates that unfortunately begin to look noticeably cookie-cutter and impersonal after only 2 or 3 posts have gone live across your feed. Others employ a pay-per-export model, which means that as you successfully scale your output to meet demand, your monthly operational costs can suddenly and unexpectedly explode into an unsustainable budget item. And then there are the numerous standalone scheduler applications on the market, which are simply posting mechanisms. They offer absolutely no internal capability to intelligently analyze and help you discover those truly viral highlight moments buried within your original long-form videos. The genuine differentiating edge of this specific platform is its powerful ability to unify those three core necessary components: intelligent clip selection, effortless post-generation editing, and native scheduling with a helpful calendar view, all within one cohesive ecosystem. This comprehensive integration drastically reduces creative friction and keeps your content production costs entirely predictable, allowing you to focus on strategy rather than constant firefighting between disparate systems. By the way, it is extremely important to note that this entire capability is not exclusively reserved for established corporate brands. For independent creators or for ambitious affiliate marketers, this tool functions as nothing less than a powerful, game-altering growth cheat code. I have personally witnessed affiliate-focused channels absolutely flood platforms like TikTok Shop with dozens of distinct short clips promoting products that were trending live, all sourced efficiently from just a single long-recorded live stream session that happened earlier that day. Similarly, e-commerce businesses can expertly highlight highly specific product features that were explained in a lengthy FAQ video, and independent creators can effortlessly transform one single recorded webinar into a month's worth of highly varied, drip-fed content for their loyal subscribers. Because the entire process is so profoundly automatic and incredibly fast, you gain the strategic agility to immediately jump onto fast-moving trends without the usual scramble to find or film any brand new relevant footage. Here is a quick, real-world example to make this tangible. I recently took one 50-minute webinar focused entirely on advanced productivity concepts, and in less than 60 minutes of my total active work time, I successfully generated 40 distinct clips that were absolutely ready for immediate posting. Some of those newly created clips were perfectly concise 15-second highlights tailored for Instagram Reels engagement, while others were more in-depth 45-second how-to instructional segments specifically designed for YouTube Shorts viewers. I then utilized the intuitive content calendar to neatly schedule those 40 pieces across a 3-week continuous period, resulting in the channel experiencing surprisingly steady and consistent engagement, not because we simply posted a higher volume, but because every single post contained the absolutely correct highlight moments, spaced appropriately, and precisely tailored for its designated platform. The underlying secret formula here is the powerful combination of maintaining consistent output quality, blended seamlessly with strategic content variety across all your different channels. Let's now have a very practical discussion regarding the pricing structure and the actual return on investment you can expect from adopting this superior workflow compared to older methods. Certainly, hiring a talented human video editor or contracting specialized creators will always provide you with bespoke, highly customized content, but that approach is inherently slower, less scalable, and the associated costs invariably add up very quickly. In contrast, many of the other AI clipping tools on the market tend to under-deliver on their promise and frequently force you into tedious, time-consuming manual cleanup work just to make the output presentable, which erodes your time savings. With this platform, you consistently receive reliable, high-quality baseline edits right out of the box, coupled with the necessary flexibility to apply your final creative customizations without ever having to rebuild the entire sequence from scratch, which is a huge time saver. Therefore, you should strategically view this service as the essential mechanism for turning your existing fixed assets, which are your recorded long-form videos, into a reliable, recurring, and self-sustaining content revenue stream that consistently feeds your short-form needs. So, what is the single most important takeaway you should carry with you after watching this entire demonstration? If your current content strategy still treats every single piece of long-form video as a one-off upload that gets immediately forgotten in the archives, you are actively sacrificing an enormous amount of potential scalable reach. This system is specifically engineered to make your highest effort long-form content work exponentially harder and smarter for your required short-form presence across every platform you use. The result is that you gain the power to publish more, test far more hypotheses about what works, and ultimately learn what deeply resonates with your specific audience much faster than you ever could have previously imagined. Fundamentally, this technology is not designed to replace the irreplaceable human creator or the human strategist behind the brand. Its true purpose is to efficiently multiply the total value and impact of all the incredible video content you are already making today. If you feel ready to put this powerful system to the test right now, I strongly urge you to start today by taking just one of your existing long videos, loading it into the platform, letting the AI propose the initial batch of clips, and then using the tool to schedule an entire week's worth of posts automatically. Take just a few extra minutes to fine-tune one or two of the most important clips for their initial thumbnails and final captions. Set the system loose to execute the plan, and you will be genuinely surprised by how quickly those consistent, small wins start to aggregate and add up into significant momentum. For every single creator, every ambitious brand, and every performance-driven app marketer out there who currently possesses a library of video content, this workflow is the proven strategy to finally stop chasing the unpredictable high of a single viral hit and start building a truly predictable, automated growth engine instead. That entire powerful flow from the raw source recording all the way to an automated always-on content pipeline that posts automatically for you while intelligently selecting your best moments is the new standard for efficient video marketing. You can finally say goodbye forever to those endless, soul-crushing editing sessions and the administrative nightmare of constantly juggling multiple different contractors for simple piecemeal tasks, what you gain is demonstrably better content produced significantly faster and with less overhead. I will personally link a few extremely helpful resources in the description area below this video to help you get smoothly onboarded, including a couple of my favorite specific templates that I personally use for crafting high-converting hooks and compelling thumbnail text. I strongly encourage you to go try this exact method out immediately, play extensively with the integrated scheduling options to find your perfect rhythm, and then rigorously allow the resulting performance data to clearly inform you on exactly where you need to double down your future efforts for maximum impact. Thank you for watching this comprehensive overview, and I genuinely look forward to seeing the incredible results you achieve as you transition from chasing single viral hits to building a truly predictable and powerful content growth engine for your own work. I will see all of you in the next video.